Hey guys, looks like spring has officially sprung out here. Um, it's 60 degrees, 62 I think it is right now. And Miss Emma's got some projects she's working on in the pasture. You can probably hear behind me. They're doing some wood chipping, cutting down some yopon, and shredding that all up for the goats. And I've got my own projects out here. It's spring projects are never ending. So what we're doing today is I tore down my old garden area last year. I don't know if you guys remember. I did a lot of container gardens or a container garden. Everything was in containers, and to be honest with you, uh, most of the stuff did not grow well. So I tore it all down. I tore the fence down, emptying out the containers. Um, we're probably going to do another container garden. Hopefully, we'll have better results this year. I have to do something new with the water as far as actually watering because it gets awful hot out here in Texas. And then we're probably going to do something about drainage because some of my pots were not properly drained and they got waterlogged. I think that had a lot to do with why my garden didn't do too well. So I'm tearing everything out, and we're going to move the garden probably to a shaded area. So when it gets super hot, at least the garden will be in shade, and it won't be so bad, so hard on the plants. So that's one project. We also have, I don't know if you can see over here, that you can see the goat shelter in the back there from over the winter. Anyway, there's big piles of dirt, and mixed in with that dirt is trees that we took down, oh God, what, two years ago now? Maybe three, to build our little 1 acre parcel out. And we were burning those trees, but they did not all burn up. And then we got some dirt we pushed in around it, clearing land. The bulldozer's not exactly precise with that kind of thing. So we ended up with a lot of dirt and a lot of debris mixed in there. We're going to level that out. That's one of the projects for spring. We're going to level that out, pull out that old wood, burn it up, clear some more space. And I don't know what we're going to do with it yet. But unfortunately, the big thing with that is underneath that pile is a giant ant colony. I mean huge, like 40-foot diameter ant colony that's just undermining the whole area and causing sinkholes. I've been doing my best to try and eradicate those piles, those ant colonies, I should say, with diatomaceous earth. And it seems that when I spread that out on the ant colonies, they just kind of pack up and move 5 feet. That's about it. I don't know if it's killing off and then new queens are born. We're obviously not getting the whole colony. So they just keep moving from area to area. And we've got to figure out, I don't want to use chemicals. I don't want to use pesticides. We try and stay away from that sort of stuff if at all possible, and everything is natural for the environment, for our animals, and for us. We don't want garbage in our food. We don't want garbage on our skin. So we try to do all natural. Going to use maybe some borax this year, see if that helps. I've heard that's pretty good for ants. And we're going to go back to the diatomaceous earth and try and get rid of these ant colonies. Another reason I really want to get rid of these ant colonies, not just that it's undermining everything, but last year I got, there they are, some peach trees. And the leafcutter ants pretty much stripped the 2 trees, oh god, 3-4 times. Those little trees, they really tried. They'd be stripped one day, a week later there'd be more leaves popping out, they'd get stripped again. I did everything. I put cedar around the base. I did the diatomaceous earth around it, trying to just keep those leafcutter ants off. It didn't work. And I believe one of the trees looks like it's got a couple of leaves, but the other tree, it's not coming back. So I want to get some new trees in here. We really want some fruit trees on the property, and so we're going to work towards that. That's another project, getting some new trees in the ground, tearing down the old fencing, putting up a new fence for the new garden in a new area, and removing that giant pile of knocked down trees and dirt and everything else in there. Another spring project, hopefully will be done by the end, but before spring ends and the summer comes and it's 120 degrees out here, is we're working on our fence line in the front of the property. We're trying to redo that fence line that runs all along the front of our property here. We want to make it so the dogs can't run out if we choose to keep them on our property. They're all good. They don't really attack anything, but Polly, our one stray that we kept, she gets a little out of hand with some of the chickens and likes to chase goats, and we can't have that. So we're trying to, when necessary, we'll limit her access by keeping her on our 1 acre. And we have to redo the fence so that they can't get out. Jack's coming along great, my dog. He's coming along great. He so far he doesn't seem to attack anything except the cats. For some reason he thinks cats are his playthings, and he's not vicious about it. He just likes to play with them and bat them around, and he thinks it's funny. The cats, not so much, but they take it well. They hiss at him and they yell at him, and then they go right back to playing with him and allow him to go after. So Jack's doing well, but again, Polly is getting to be a little too much with the chickens and chasing goats. So that's another project, is redoing that fence line over here. We've got a bunch of seedlings that Miss M sprouted. We're doing a lot. I want to do a lot of peppers this year. Hot peppers, cayenne and reaper and ghost, and a whole slew bird pepper, which is this tiny, teeny little pepper with some really good heat and some really good flavor. And I got 5 of those going this year. They're going to be outstanding. So we're doing some peppers. We've got some tomatoes. Got a couple other things brewing. I don't know if I'm going to try the gourds again. As much as I'd love to make birdhouses and little canteens and stuff, I don't know that I'm going to do gourds again this year. I don't think I'm going to do loofahs again this year. They grew, but for some reason some fungus got on them and kind of destroyed them. So we're not going to mess with that too much, I don't think. It's all about time management, and if things are not working, you either try something new or kind of abandon the whole project in lieu of other projects. And that's kind of where I'm at this year. We'll get some other projects going. I really want to make my own salsa and a couple of other things. I got some eggplants going. Again, I want to make that caponata that my daughter Lauren absolutely loves and I think is fantastic. I wanted to make caponata last year, but things didn't work out. So we've got some more eggplants growing, and I want to make some hot caponata with some of those hot peppers. So that's a project in lieu of the loofahs and the gourds, I think, because as I'm sure you all know, canning is kind of labor intensive. It's a full day at least, if not 2 or 3, depending on how much you want to can. So we've got that going, and I'm glad spring is here, man. It's time to get back to work and get some stuff growing. And I love having a garden. I love getting out there. I mean, it's kind of sucks when it's 100 degrees and I've worked 12 hours in a day, and then I come home and I have to mess with the garden. But the end product is so rewarding, and so I just keep going at it. You know, that's kind of, I guess that's the fun of having a homestead, right? And it's very rewarding at the end of the day when things work out. When that produce is on your table, you know, when you're canning what you grew and cultivated with your own hands, it's just a fantastic feeling. And winter's over, spring is here, and we're looking forward to more growth. So I gotta get back to work here. I gotta get these pots emptied, and they weigh like 100 pounds. I think I overdid it with the soil last year. So I got to dump these pots out and move the fencing, and yeah, that's a project for this weekend. So hopefully we can get the yard fence, at least the old one, taken down, if not the whole thing done. And I want to get that garden moved over. And we've got I think Miss M says we have 15 baby chicks that we hatched, something like that. So we're gonna have to make a chicken run, a little house for them. We do let our chickens free range to an extent, but you know, they need shelter. They need a safe place at the end of the day, at night. We have a lot of predators around here, and I'm not just talking about bobcats and coyotes and stuff like that. I mean, even raccoons are predators out here, you know. Possums are predators out here. Snakes are predators out here. They eat the eggs, they eat the chickens, they just cause a mess. So we need a safe place for our chickens. So that's another thing I got to work on, is getting a chicken run put together, because those babies are going to be ready in the next couple weeks to probably come outside and be in their own little roost. So projects, spring projects, got to get it all done, but that's part of it. So I'm gonna leave it there, and yeah, man, I'm just so grateful to have this opportunity to be out here and do this kind of stuff. So got to get back to work. So we'll talk to you soon. Until then, have fun, be safe, and stay free. Out.